So just getting off work. It's around 5:30. Still haven't decided what I'm gonna train today. I don't really plan my workouts. I kind of go by feel. I go to the gym, see what's open, and I have like these few exercises that I think of as warm up. Sometimes it's 30 reps of tricep push downs on the cable, superset with all light alternate dumbbell curls for about 12 to 15 each hand. And I'll do like 5, 6 sets, maybe even 10 sets sometimes, just to really get the mind to muscle connection and get the blood flowing into the muscles. The arms are being used in a lot of like pretty much a lot of the movement. So even in legs, you have to hold the bar, or if you're doing a deadlift, you're holding the bar. So I'll do arms or those warm-up things even on the like days I'm doing majority legs or whatever. But for the past 3 or 4 days, I've been doing a lot of leg dominant movements back to back. So today I'm kind of feeling more of a upper body, chest back kind of thing. So in the future, I'm planning on doing some like live streams or challenges where I'm doing like 1,000 rep. What, like 400 pull-ups, 800 push-ups or something like that. So over 1,000 reps of something, and just live stream it or record all of it, kind of like yesterday with the sled. But hopefully, like, I want to do better quality. We'll see how these things go. Right now my focus is consistency. And anyway, back to the workout. So I think I'll start off with that warm-up, the 30 rep thingy. Then I'll probably do some chest back. I want to do probably 1 or 2 sets of heavy dumbbell presses. And I've been not doing pull-ups as often as I want to, because I have like certain imbalance things going on. So I've been focusing a lot on unilateral work. I do want to, like, I used to do about 300 pull-ups a day, and like not so much anymore. Because of these imbalances, but I want to get back to doing like certain challenges. And since I'm planning on making these 1,000 rep live stream videos and stuff, I'll probably throw in a couple in today. I'll probably try to do something where I can offset, so maybe do like assisted one-arm pull-ups or something, so that pretty much what's happening is when I'm holding the bar, for whatever, like on a pull-up bar, for whatever reason, the right side is taking more of the resistance than the left side. And when I'm doing 200 plus reps of that, the right hand gets so much more volume than the left one and ends up being overdeveloped. So to offset that, I've been doing like a lot more extra reps on the left hand versus the right on most exercises. I also, like, when I'm doing back, I've been doing like a lot of one-arm rows. Even while doing deadlifts, I'll do like suitcase deadlifts and things like that. But since I want to start doing these challenges similar to the one I posted yesterday, the 1 hour sled thing, it's probably time to start training pull-ups again. So I'll probably throw in some pull-ups today, superset it with chest. So I was a big fan of like Arnold's chest back routine. So Arnold's always supersetted chest and back. And so my plan is to do a lot of supersets of chest and back today. But start off with some of the arms, and Um, yeah, let's see how it goes.
So as I was saying earlier, this is one of my workout starters. So it's something that you'll like if you go to the same gym as me, you'll probably see me do something like this uh, a couple of times in a week, probably 3 to 4 times. It's usually this or something else. But so I do 30 reps of tricep pushdowns, superset with alternate curls. I'm not looking to get to failure on any of the initial sets, and my goal really is to connect with the muscles. So, like in my mind, I'm really trying to get the tricep fibers firing. I'm really trying to connect with the different heads of the tricep, really trying to mentally visualize how all of it feels. And now I'm doing, I think it's called Munoz curls, where when you hold it halfway up. So the kettlebells are just 10 pounds, and I'm doing 10 each hand. But at the end of each rep, you have to come back to halfway. Um, it makes sure that your biceps are contracted isometrically. And again, like doing all these kinds of variations in tempo um, really allows you to connect with the muscle, gets a lot of blood flowing. The way I like to structure my workouts are initially I'll do stuff where I'm trying to warm up the muscles, really trying to get the muscle fibers flowing or my mind to muscle connection going, and then I'll throw in some heavy sets later. Um, so so in this particular case, I did like 15 sets of this. So like, and each set I'm doing 30 reps of tricep and 10 reps of curls. Um, I've been doing this kind of stuff for a while, and that's why I'm like not taking any rest. If you have to take about 30 to 40 seconds rest, it's cool. But yeah, the goal should be to minimize the rest. And when you start working, so at antagonist muscle groups together, so the bicep is antagonist to the tricep, and vice versa. You and so if you're working the bicep, the tricep gets to rest, and if you're working the tricep, the bicep gets to rest. And so by pairing exercises such that the tricep is superseded with the bicep, you can keep doing them with minimal rest, and it lets the heart rate stay up. So that's another thing that I like to do is keep my heart rate up when I'm working out. Um, you're at the gym for X amount of time, and I like to squeeze out every bit possible um, when I'm at the gym. I don't like to waste any time. So in this set, I've gone a little heavier. So the kettlebells are now 25 pounds. So after the first like 10 sets or so, I did it with lighter weights, and then the last 5 sets I turned up the weight. So the first 10 sets I used to really connect with the muscles, and then I went up in weight. But even though I went up in weight, I'm still doing 30 reps on the tricep, but I'm approaching much closer to failure than I was in the past 10 sets. And the same with the kettlebells. The kettlebells are 25 pounds each. One of my reasons for using kettlebells while curling is so when depending on the kind of dumbbell, the size of the dumbbell will collide with your leg, and I find that a little annoying. So I kind of uh, like here I can keep my palms facing outwards, and like I don't have to rotate. And the side, and if it was a dumbbell, the side of the thing would touch your leg, and it would take away, at least for me, the contraction. try curls with kettlebells if your gym has it, and um, if it works out for you, let me know in the comments or whatever. Um, so after this, I end up doing this chest back superset. I'll talk about it more when it comes, but the main idea is, like, usually the first 30 to 40 minutes of every workout, I'm doing stuff like this where my focus mainly is to get the muscle fibers really firing. And so today my goal was to hit upper body really hard and do some do a lot of arms, and but also, like, my goal was to distribute more volume to chest and back, but I threw some arms at the beginning anyway. But yeah, keep watching, and I'll jump back in when I start doing the chest back superset that I was talking about. So yeah, this is the chest back thing. I'm really, so you can't really see it from this angle, but I'm really trying to get my arms way back there, so way behind my shoulder, trying to get full stretch of the chest. In my mind, I'm really, so you know how the anatomy chart, if you look at an anatomy chart and you look at the chest muscles on the figure, you'll see a bunch of lines. So, like, mentally in my mind, I'm visualizing that. I'm visualizing my chest stretch and all my muscle fibers just stretching and contracting and stretching and contracting, and blood is going in there. Blood is going in there. I do 10 reps alternate, then 10 reps together in a fly manner, and then 10 reps in a pressing, like in a pressing motion, and then I superset all of that with 5 pull-ups. And with the pull-ups, I'm trying to be, you'll see it in a second, but I'm trying to be really strict. I'm going to go up and hold it for a couple of seconds, and at the top, I'm trying to feel all the muscles in the back, and they're, like, mind to muscle contraction is literally the most important thing, in my opinion, as far as hypertrophy is concerned. Once you're able to really start working the muscles that you intend on working, you'll see gains much faster. Really take time to stretch, have your body in different angles, and really connect with the muscles. Like, another example of that is this pull down that I'm going to do. So it's a single arm lat pull down, but in the curtsy position. So if you're familiar with the curtsy position, curtsy position comes from curtsy lunge. And so the back leg, you'll notice that my back leg, so the same hand that's pulling down on the same side, that leg is on the floor, but rotated internally. What that does is it creates a stretch at the hip, and you'll also notice that I'm looking the opposite way. What that does is it emphasizes that stretch of the lat. Looking in the opposite way also stretches out the trap and doesn't allow the trap to be as involved, like, it forces it to not be involved in the position or in the motion because it is in the stretched position. You'll notice me looking the opposite way on this side, but you see how my leg is internally rotated and I'm sitting back into it. What that does is it creates a stretch at the hip on that side, and when I look that way and rotate, it creates a deep stretch in the lat. You'll notice bodybuilders like Arnold and like a lot of good bodybuilders who have like their obliques and lats and serratus almost seem to like connect with each other in this one fluid way. I think exercises like this, where you feel that entire chain work as one, creates that look of one set of muscles blending into the other set of muscles and creates these aesthetic lines. Um, yeah. And as I was saying earlier, I'm going to do a lot of pull-ups, and so I threw in 5 pull-ups at the end of each set for this one. I did 6 sets, so 6 sets before, 6 sets now, 5 pull-ups each set. That's 30 and 30, so 60 pull-ups in this workout. And as planned, I did a bunch of single arm uh, dumbbell presses. So I started off with just 30 pounds to again get the muscles working. Same concept. It's like beating a dead horse at this point. Is that the saying? I'm not sure. I think it's beating a dead horse. Anyway, so in this video, I'm using 80-pound dumbbell. I think I get six or seven reps each side, and I like doing a lot of unilateral work, and not just so like along with like alternate presses and stuff like that, but just doing single arm. What that forces you to do is forces the body to do is um, so when there's 80 pounds on one side, the other side of your body has to do a whole lot of contraction and balance work to make you stay on the bench. You see how my leg just went up there? Yeah. So, but now I became aware of that, and now I'm like tightening my core. My shoulder is forcing itself to stay on the bench, and training in all these weird positions makes you much more of a complete athlete than just some jacked guy. It's important to have healthy muscles, not just big muscles, and have freedom of movement and not be stiff. I supersetted that with single arm dumbbell pullovers. The reason for doing a lot of single arm stuff is I have certain imbalances between the left and my right side. So I try to figure out different kinds of ways where I can isolate muscles. So a lot of people do pullovers, but the double-handed version, and I used to do a lot of those too, but for whatever reason my right side keeps taking over. So uh, and actually it's kind of weird. I think my right serratus is weaker than the left, but the left side seems smaller than the right. It's so weird. But anyway, my goal with this is I'm only using like 10-pound dumbbells, and I'm really just trying to mentally connect with the serratus and contract it, and yeah, this is really good for opening up the thoracic area, and fancy words. opening up the chest area to give you like an open chest look and not be all hunched over. Also, having good shoulder mobility and stuff makes you less prone to injury, makes you better at handling heavy weight. And so, if you notice, when I was doing the 80-pound presses, I was going pretty deep. And I spoke about that earlier, or in my last video or something, about John Jones getting himself injured. Anyway. But yeah, so I ended it all off with this mobility giant set. So I'm doing cross bench pullover here. The video is sped up and still it seems kind of slow, or it seems regular speed almost. But yeah, that's how much I'm like focusing at the end of each rep, really trying to stretch it all out. You'll notice me like dip my hips and stuff. Because when you dip your hips, it stretches out the lat and rib cage area much more. Another thing you'll notice is I'm like pausing at the bottom and kind of almost holding the dumbbells in a open palm position. I've noticed that I'm able to connect and stretch the serratus a lot more by doing so. And then I superset this with rotator cuff. So knees over toes guy does this exercise where he has his knees on a bench and then his elbow is planted on the inside of the knee, and he uses that as a pivot point on which to rotate the shoulder. I prefer this variation. The reason is, for whatever reason, my elbows slip off my knee, and it feels like I spend more time or more mental effort focusing on where my elbow is rather than how it feels on the rotator cuff. At the bottom of the movement, I relax my wrist, and I'm again suspending everything and trying to relax all the muscles in my back so that I can get a complete contraction of the rotator cuff. I'm also tucking my glutes in and sitting back on my leg. This forces the upper glutes to relax, the upper glutes, lower back area to relax, and at least in my mind, it gives me a better stretch and better contraction of the rotator cuff. All muscles are all the muscles, the entire muscular fascia system, so to speak, is linked, and how, like, whether or not your glutes are tight or loose or relaxed or contracted can have an effect on how your rotator cuff's contraction feels. This last movement is a pigeon stretch with like a push-up from side to side. Really opens up the hips. I love this movement. I came across this guy named Elastaboy on Instagram, and that's where I found this movement. But yeah, that was the workout for today. So if you like what you saw, like the video, subscribe. I'm going to post daily. Yeah, so stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, see you soon.